AITA for throwing my Sil infertility in her and her husband's face. I'm gonna be real with guys on my second bottle of wine, so please excuse any grammar or spelling mistakes. My 26F sister-in-law, 30F, is infertile. It's literally her whole personality and she emo uses to control us. I'll give you guys some context. She cried loudly all day at my wedding because we'd be having kids soon. She literally made sure she got more attention than me. Threw a full-on tantrum the whole way through all my brother-in-law's wedding events because she wanted his bride to disinvite her pregnant twin sister. None of us are allowed make pregnancy birth announcements. No newborn or pregnancy pics till she feels ready. No babies or pregnant women are allowed at family events or at my in-laws, or no mention of said baby, pregnancy. Apparently you can't have PPD because people can't have kids. Honestly, I fucking can't take it anymore. I had to hide my pregnancy last year and tiptoe around her feelings. When I finally gave birth via emergency C-section, I was in hospital for a week. In that week, my father, who lives in a different country, died of a heart attack. Over restrictions, I wasn't allowed visitors, but my Sil and Mill made sure to scream down the phone because my sister posted a picture of my dad's last pic, which was him FaceTiming my son. We cut contact till December. Everything was okay till today. I went live on Facebook because my daughter, 4, was teaching my son to say, "Mama," and he finally said "Mama," but kept giving my husband dirty looks when he'd ask him to say, "Dad." I realized the minute the nasty comments, phone calls and texts started coming that I made a mistake, but at this stage, fuck her, we just blocked them. My Sil, her husband and Mill showed up at my house screaming about how insensitive I'm, that I knew it would trigger her, etc. I was trying to calm everyone down till her husband called my kids crotch goblins. So I looked her straight in the eye and told her I don't give a flying fuck, she's infertile, that's her problem, not mine. Then I told her husband he probably can't have kids because he's a little bitch that can't afford IVF. I slammed the door in their face. Then my shocked husband told me he'd put the kids to bed and drink some wine. I've gotten so many messages from my Sil's in-laws, friends and cousins, I'm starting to think I went a bit far. Update. A few things have happened in the last few hours. My sis-in-law and brother-in-law showed up at 5 a.m. screaming and banging on my windows. They did some damage to my car and broke 2 windows trying to get in, along with destroying my daughter's swing set. We called the police. They both got arrested. We have cameras. My brother-in-law, his wife and strangely father-in-law want us to press charges, and we plan to. We also plan on cutting contact, getting a restraining order. We are currently at my brother-in-law's on the advice of Phil. I've documented any calls or messages I've gotten from her friends, in-laws. She will be completely cut off, so will Mill, so we can enjoy our kids growing up. Thanks everyone. I've a killer hangover, so I'm gonna get some sleep. Edit 2. A lot of have asked for the gender reveal story, so here it. My brother-in-law's wife Rose decided to have a secret gender reveal with just close family and friends so Sil wouldn't find out. The party was beautiful, but about 20 minutes after they popped the gender reveal balloons, Sil comes screaming into her house like a banshee. Think someone posted the reveal on Facebook, screaming at Rose, her husband doing the same to Bill, so Rose started screaming back. Sil attacked Rose and her husband knocked 2 tables over, one of which had a beautiful cake. Long story short, Rose's sister gave Sil her just desserts same, and Sil's husband got a face full of cake. To make it worse, Sil called the police trying to get Rose and Bill arrested, forgetting multiple people were there recording her. Mill tried to get involved, but Rose told her fuck off. NTA sounds like it was a long time coming. Your SIL needs to seek professional help. It's perfectly understandable for a person battling fertility issues to have some moments and feelings. But this sounds well beyond normal. Your MIL and others need to stop enabling this behavior also. NTA. The problem with the whole situation is it never should have been allowed to go this far. She should never have been given the power to tell someone when she is ready for someone to share their pregnancy announcements and baby pictures. There should not be stepping on eggshells with her and not being free to celebrate your own family. It's like you are expected to mute your joy for her, and it isn't right. And this is from someone who is infertile and wasn't blessed with children. I treasured the children in my extended family and many of my friends' kids when they were growing up. Still do. Has Sil ever went into counseling to deal with this? NTA. I don't understand the ESH judgments at all. They showed up at your house to berate you for having a life and sharing it on social media. That is literally what social media is for. It's in the name. If it bothers her that other people have children, she needs to delete her Facebook and stay off all SM. These PPL showed up on your doorstep to yell at you? Good for you, NTA. I got double screwed with both infertility and pregnancy loss. Through fertility treatments I got pregnant twice. I was halfway into my first pregnancy when my son was stillborn. Round 2 I got pregnant with triplets. By the 3rd trimester, only one baby was alive. That baby was born at term 37 weeks. And after 2 weeks in a level 4 NICU, he finally came home to us. Though I did get that imaginary disorder called PPD. Fortunately, my son is now a happy, healthy tween. But we were done. While all of that was going on, everyone else's lives were going on too. I threw a baby shower even though I knew I would never get pregnant without help. I went to a christening 4 weeks after my stillbirth. I threw a baby shower 4 months later. I babysat my nieces. I went a wedding pregnant with triplets and to a wedding after losing 2 of them. I say none of this to imply my hardships are harder than anyone else's. Because they're not. I don't own human suffering. But neither does your Sil. I'm stunned at how much your family has coddled her. I guess your family is more polite than mine. The world does not owe her a baby, and you don't owe her 1 more second of your time. NTA. Okay. I read this and can honestly say, NTA. She makes her problems a community problem. And on top of that, the fact that her husband called your kids crotch goblins was a sign that they were asking for it. They want to make you feel bad for their shortcomings and their impossibilities. Shots were fired from both sides. But they drew first blood. Way to go, Mama Bear. I really want to say everyone sucks here because your comment was cruel, but after everything you've been put through for years, they had it coming. I'm infertile. I would love to be able to have children, but I've never tried to control what the rest of the family does, so they have to cater to me. NTA. NTA. Being forced to hide your joy as a parent to cater to her is obnoxious, and I'm surprised you didn't snap sooner. NTA. It sounds like years have passed since your Sil found out about her infertility. At some point she has to move past it. It's insane to think everyone else in the family has to pretend like they don't have kids in order to not hurt her feelings. That being said, the holidays are going to be a little more awkward this year, rolling on the floor laughing, rolling on the floor laughing. I won't lie to you. Your husband's reaction here made me chuckle. I'll put the kids to bed. Get yourself some wine. NTA. You put up with her abuse for far too long. Wow. Your husband's family is batshit crazy. NTA. But everyone else involved sucks hard. Sil for being an attention-seeking, toxic spoiled child about her infertility. And your husband's family for enabling her BS. If she's being triggered by someone else's wholesome, happy moments, it means she's just a bitter, ugly woman and needs to get the fuck over herself. When the wine wears off, do not for a second think you owe them an apology. And you don't need to defend yourself to anyone. They came to your doorstep to throw down. So you threw down. They wanna play stupid games. Well, they're gonna win stupid prizes. NTA. They came to your house insulting you and your kids for daring to do normal parental things. Screw them. I would absolutely cut those 3 people out of your lives permanently. Wait. She showed up at your door? Over a video of your kids because one as an infant? NTA. Jesus. NTA. You didn't throw it in her face. You were excessively harsh, but their behavior is excessive in the extreme. Frankly, I would post a public FB apology spilling all the tea about the extreme lengths you and your family have been expected to go through in order to cater to Sil. Culminating in the 3-pronged attack you endured while mourning your father's death because Sil cannot handle the knowledge your children exist. And that when your Bill slandered your children by sneeringly calling them crotch goblins, you lost your mind. Acknowledge that what you said was wrong. But also that it was only said after years of mental, emotional, and verbal abuse. NTA. You should have spoken up sooner. You enabled her to up to this point. Tell her clearly you are done. Tell your family you are done. This could have been said nicer. But I don't think she'll ever get the message. I have fertility problems as well, and I can get sad when others talk about their babies at times. I had a miscarriage years ago, and an old friend had her son around the time my baby would have been born. It made me sad, so I snoozed her updates for a while. I would never put it on the mom to manage my feelings. For me, even since I can't have a baby, I love being an aunt. I would never ask my sisters to not tell me they're pregnant. Every baby is a blessing. I can't believe this Sil. She is denying herself happiness of being an aunt because every child is awesome. I also love to see my family and friends' children growing up on social media. But if I'm having a tough day, I just stay away from social media. It's that simple. You are NTA. If I was in your situation, I hope I'd be strong enough to stand up for myself like you did. Enjoy your wine. NTA. It is her job to deal with or at least avoid everyday things that trigger her. It's not your job to pretend these normal, everyday events, and some very special ones, don't exist. It sounds like she is having some kind of mental breakdown, and her mother's energies would be better spent trying to get her daughter some help rather than policing how the rest of the family live their lives. While what you said wasn't very nice, they certainly had it coming. I do like that your husband took over the jobs this evening and told you to drink some wine, but I hope he is also supporting you, speaking up on your behalf and not leaving you to deal with this alone. NTA. Her problem isn't infertility. It's narcissism. NTA. As someone who has struggled immensely with infertility, sucking the joy and demanding that nobody have any visible joy or struggle related to pregnancy, parenthood, if the infertile person can't have it too, is extremely awful. She needs therapy. Oodles of therapy. Sure. It stung every time I heard a pregnancy announcement. Sometimes two from the same person in the time I was trying for even one positive pregnancy test. I kept that to myself, and if it was too much, I would make the point to withdraw and let them know gently that it was a lot for me and I'd need some space. And that I was happy for them even if I couldn't show it right then. There's a line between being honest about struggles and ruining the experience for everyone else. It's not a fine line. You've tried to be empathetic. But what is being asked of literally everyone is extremely unreasonable and unacceptable. I am so happy for you that you have that picture of your father video chatting with your son. That is so precious and my heart swells thinking about that wonderful keepsake to cherish in such a painful time. Losing a parent is difficult at any point and I'm sending a lot of internet love your way for having all that at once. NTA. Perhaps your words weren't the most gentle and kind. But it was beyond a breaking point with her awful behavior. Block her and all her flying monkeys on all forms of social media.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Aircast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.